Hey everybody, my name is Kern and I post homerecordingweekly.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, my review for the Voiceover Playbook can be accessed by the description in the YouTube video. Let me first say I've known Bill Dewees for a little while. I met him on YouTube when I was checking out voiceover artists and fell in love with his tutorials, his how-tos, and just his help and his warm nature. You know, I went ahead and I bought the Voiceover Playbook and I reviewed it on my website because I learned so much. The information in the Voiceover Playbook, it's a lot to take in, but he's been doing this for like a decade. He makes $200,000 a year doing voiceover work. He's been doing this for so long. He's got a lot to teach. And I wanted to show you guys what I was able to extract out of the Voiceover Playbook. Now, whether you do voiceover and you're trying to figure out how to get new paying clients, how to keep clients happy, how to collect money, maybe you want to learn some editing tips, how to find new work, whatever it is, you're going to find it in here. And you're going to have to excuse my enthusiasm for this product. My enthusiasm level is through the roof because I really enjoyed this product. I learned a lot, and I used the methods and the techniques that Bill teaches in the Voiceover Playbook, and I've already made money. I've got new jobs, new gigs, and from what I can tell, everyone is happy. And I'm telling you, Bill Dewees knows his stuff. So I want to dive in here and kind of get started and tell you that the Voiceover Playbook, it's a blueprint for success, and it doesn't have to be on voiceover. Whatever your business is, he will give you a lot of tips on your brand, how to conduct yourself. And you know, he gives, like for example, he shows you the very emails that he composes and sends people. So you can take those emails and copy them, make them your own. All of the work has been done for you. It's just an amazing resource. Now, it's a little pricey because of the level of the information in here. I think it's darn near $200, and I think it's worth it because I've made that back already in new business and new gigs and just new income revenue streams since I've watched the Voiceover Playbook. So let me just say, I also interviewed Bill Dewees for the Home Recording Weekly podcast. This is Home Recording Weekly, whether you've been here or not. And I actually interviewed Bill. He's a wonderful guy. This is my review for the Voiceover Playbook. Now, let me just tell you a couple things before I get back into the review at hand. I have a free acoustic treatment made easy ebook. It's actually an e-bundle now. You get the plans to make acoustic room treatment on the cheap, do-it-yourself style. Everything you need to make them is in there. Bass traps, broadband absorption, and there's even a video now in there that shows you the actual panels that I have made and how I use them in my home recording studio. But if you use any of the links in the Voiceover Playbook review that's at homerecordingweekly.com, well, I get a little piece of the sale. And to say thank you, or maybe to tempt you to use my link, if you use my links, I will give you Podcast Polish. Let me tell you a little bit about Podcast Polish. Podcast Polish, it's a home studio course that covers all of the basics right up to pretty experienced level things that you're going to need to know. It covers editing, mixing, and mastering spoken word productions. It doesn't have to be a podcast. That's how I make a fair amount of my income, is from my podcast and other people's podcasts. I edit them and stuff. Any spoken word production needs EQ. You need to learn additive and subtractive EQ practices. You need to learn about compression, mastering, limiting, things like that. It's all in here. I want to tell you the things that you learn in Podcast Polish, it'll translate or cross over into any kind of spoken word content that you will be doing. You'll find video tutorial training videos on such topics as EQ, compression, editing, expanders, writing and using automation, mastering, doing ID3 tags, and there's so much more. There's about 3 full hours of audio training in here in 10 separate videos. Now, I will let you have this free download for Podcast Polish if you use any of the links in my review to buy the Voiceover Playbook. So when you're ready to purchase, if you come to Home Recording Weekly, you come up here to the search box, you put in Voiceover Playbook, and you use any of these links right here. All you have to do is make the purchase using my links. Send me an email. My email is Kern@Home Recording Weekly. That's KERN, Kern at Home Recording Weekly. And let me tell you, all of this information is right here in the post. So you don't have to try to write any of this down. Right above the image here, Kern@Home Recording Weekly. And you want to put the words Podcast Polish in the subject line, and just drop me a couple of words in the email about what it is you purchased, and I will send you your download code, and you can have Podcast Polish. It's yours for free for using any of the links that I provide in my really in-depth review here. Back to this review. Now, I noticed there was nothing on YouTube about the Voiceover Playbook. Bill Dewees is all over YouTube, but no one is talking about the Voiceover Playbook from a customer perspective. This is going to be a lengthy review if you're into that kind of thing. Maybe you should pause the video, go get a caffeinated beverage, and then come back. I made this review for those of you that are curious, but you're not ready to purchase yet. Maybe you're still on the fence, or you would like to learn more about what's inside the Voiceover Playbook. Well, let me help you learn what's in here. Bill Dewees is a voiceover expert. He's been doing this, like I said, for, over a decade. He knows the day-to-day operations. He knows how to make himself look like a professional, and he can help you achieve the same status. He even does work with your demo tapes and things like that, and your website. I found the Voiceover Playbook to be a gold mine of very valuable information in the world of voiceover. It is just, it's packed full of real things, real ways that Bill generates cash, meets new clients, gets paid, keeps his clients happy. It's really quite an accomplishment, to be honest with you. And like I said, I've used the things that Bill talks about in here, and we'll get into this in just a minute, to make new clients, new revenue streams, new gigs, you name it. And it doesn't have to be voiceover. Like I said, I do recording, I do live sound, I do mixing, and I do podcast stuff. And I have found new revenue streams in all of that just by watching the Voiceover Playbook. I've actually emailed Bill and told him about it, and I spoke about it when I interviewed him on the podcast. For those of you that are into voiceover or looking to break into it, boy, this is going to be the one purchase that you should make. That's all. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll get into what's included. When you receive your download code, it's actually like a membership website. You'll get your login information from Bill, and as you can see over here are the sections, the videos that and audio samples that you can watch. You have Building Your Brand, which is a video. It's about 25 minutes. How to Write Compelling Copy. That's 26 minutes. Using Craigslist. That one's like 48 minutes. And don't just think, oh, I know how to use Craigslist. This is not going to help me. It's not just using Craigslist. It's how he uses it. He doesn't sift through countless He's got ways of using Craigslist to zero in on people that are looking for work immediately that just posted stuff, and you can beat 99% of the people to the punch. That is basically, there's a couple videos in here that pushed my marketing over the top. And I won't say marketing, pushed my income streams over the top. And that video right there was one of them. Let's see, you have Voiceover Business Database, a great video, 28 minutes. Editing tips, I learned a lot here too. Now my workflow was streamlined thanks to Bill. He's got some great ideas, and it's 23 minutes. Time is money, and his editing tips were awesome. I used to do things the hard way, and I've streamlined a lot. Utilizing Mandy's List is another good one, and it's basically how to use Mandy's List to the fullest, how to get in there and make yourself seen, how to conduct yourself, things like that. Finding companies with voice rosters, that's another good one. Bill uses that a lot to find, a lot of work, I guess. You can watch as Bill details how he finds these companies that, list you as a voiceover talent. And it's not just what he looks for, it's what he looks out for that's so important as he navigates around and looks. And he shares his actual emails with you to, prospective clients, new clients, and things like that. And I just thought that's putting the money where your mouth is when you do stuff like that. Next is this cold calling to build your business. If you have never made a cold call, it can be very personable, and it can really say a lot about you, but it can also be terrifying to make these calls. And I am one of those people that do not like to make calls. I get all flustered, and I don't speak correctly, and I make mistakes. Bill actually makes cold calls, and they're real. He introduces himself, and you get to listen to exactly how he finds new clients, introduces himself, gets his foot in the door. It's what to ask for, who to ask for. It's all there. And it took all of my fear away. And you can always come back and watch these for refreshers, or maybe the time's not right. You want to see what this is all about, and then come back and make those calls. It's here. It's waiting for you. And let me tell you, it's awesome. It takes all the fear away, and you get to learn how the master himself does it and just do what he does. This video is good. How to collect 99% of what you earn as a voiceover talent. And it's not about hiring a lawyer to go sue people. It's about staying upbeat and positive. You'd be surprised what you learn, what Bill has found, and what he has to say about people that didn't pay you. It's not hard. And he keeps a smile on everyone's face at the same time, and it's very, very good content. And then there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 bonuses here, and these bonuses are over the top bonuses. This marketing discussion with Boston Voiceover Talent Group was actually an MP3 audio, but it's like an hour and a half long. You're able to download it and put it on your personal phone or iPad, whatever you have, and take with you and listen at your leisure, listen in the car, on the commute. And it's worth listening. It's a seminar. It's an audio, though, not a video. Bonus 2, the Midwest Conference. Believe it or not, it's a conference. Do you know how much these conferences cost to attend? Well, Bill has videotaped a few of them, and they're in here, and they're yours. There's one on collections. I believe there's one on marketing. Creating a 6-figure voiceover marketing plan is the name of that one. And then there's the Voiceover Playbook workshop. There's webinars. There's everything in here. All kinds of different formats. There's something for everybody. But the point I got to drive home is it's easy to digest. It all makes sense, from building yourself up as a brand to how to conduct yourself and find that income. And like I said, it translates to any business. Bill happens to be in the voiceover business, so this is really fine-tuned for those of you in voiceover. But I use it all the time in all kinds of different business matters, and I've had terrific success. So let me just show you a couple of these links. As you click on it, it will actually take you over to the video, if that's what it is. If it's a video, then there it is. This one, he's in his whisper booth. He's in his voiceover room down in his basement, and he's got slides that help you drive the point home. Each one is different. Here's another one that's that format. This one is actually screen capture software. Some of these are actual webinars and seminars. As you'll see here on the home recording weekly page, I have images over here, screenshots. This is his editing module, and I learned a lot. Now, I don't use the software he uses. Maybe you don't either, but his editing techniques translate. You can learn from Bill. I did, and I've been doing this for, well, I would say as long as Bill has been doing voiceover, I've been doing editing and audio, and I learned. This one here is one of the seminars, and this is the workshop. It's a round table. You hear all of these folks. You hear their stories, what they're trying to learn, looking to learn, and then Bill gives them what they want. It's like attending a small table discussion with Bill. As you can tell, I learned a lot, and I'm very excited to push this. Granted, I do get a piece of the sale if you buy it. My way of saying thank you is I'll give you podcast polish. I won't stop there. If you want, like I have over here is the e-bundle, but I figured you folks aren't making music in your home recording studios, so the home studio e-bundle may not be for you, because I talk about editing bass, I talk about MIDI drums, and I talk about mixing songs and stuff, and it's not really for a spoken word kind of person. So this is the only place on my website that I actually will talk about podcast polish, let alone giving someone a free download for it. So that's how much I enjoy Bill Dewees. That's how much this product meant to me as new revenue streams. And thank you, Bill, for including all of the wonderful information, letting us listen to your phone calls, letting us see your actual emails, and getting an idea what it is that you do, to become so successful. So it doesn't have to be the voiceover world. If it is, you're in for a treat. Don't forget, if you come to Home Recording Weekly, and I hope that you do, there's a free e-bundle over here. It's acoustic room treatment made easy, and you can have it. Just drop your email in there. You'll be getting my newsletter, but hey, worse things can happen, right? Again, my name is Kern. I thank you for your time, and I hope I helped you make your decision on the Voiceover Playbook from voiceover expert and my friend, Bill Dewees.